Sports have the power to inspire us or demoralize us, depending on the game we've all experienced. Whether it be football or basketball, the last-minute score that gets an entire stadium on its feet, or a phenomenal save that keeps your team or player in the game, really gets us, the fans, going wild. Who doesn't like that sudden rush of adrenaline? Some of you might already know them, but let us relive this past month together. So without further ado, let us go through the top 10 greatest sporting moments that took place this March. Number 10. Paddy the Baddy Pimblet victorious at the O2 Arena. In 10th, we have a UFC bout. The O2 Arena in London was lighted up by Paddy the Baddy's Pimblet as UFC returned to the city for the first time in 3 years. With a spectacular victory over Rodrigo Vargas, Pimblet, 18-3, increased his star power in the lightweight division to 4 wins in a row. In the opening round, the Liverpool boxer used a rear naked choke to force Mexico's Vargas to tap. Pimblet continues to impress, and his ability to attract large amounts of fans reminds everyone of young Conor McGregor. Let's see what the future holds for Paddy the Baddy. Number 9. Cristiano Ronaldo hat-trick versus Tottenham Hotspur. Coming in 9th, we have a pure classic from the United legend. After a string of lackluster displays, Ronaldo bounced back with an amazing display that included outside-of-the-box screamers towards the top left corner. Ronaldo had been criticized for his average displays given his reputation, and many were suggesting the 37-year-old was finished. With this performance, Ronaldo has answered the critics and shows no sign of slowing down. Number 8. Karl Anthony Towns versus the San Antonio Spurs. In 8th, we have a huge score-topping game in the season of the NBA. Karl Anthony Towns had one of the most productive seasons in the NBA in more than 2 decades. The Minnesota Timberwolves defeated the San Antonio Spurs 149-139, with Towns scoring a team-high 60 points, the most in the NBA this season, breaking his previous career high of 56 points set against Atlanta on March 28, 2018. LeBron James and Trae Young previously shared the league lead with 56 points this season. With 139 remaining, Minnesota's 7-foot All-Star concluded his stunning outburst by draining a three-pointer shortly after sinking one of 2 free throws to reach 57 points. He became the first NBA player with 60 points and 17 rebounds in a game since Shaquille O'Neal of the Los Angeles Lakers recorded 61 points and 23 rebounds in 2000. Number 7. Russell Westbrook buzzer beater versus the Toronto Raptors. In 7th, we have what we call textbook redemption. There are many buzzer beaters in March, but the highlight was Russell Westbrook's winner against the Raptors. It wasn't just a winning shot, it was redemption for him, given his recent criticism. On March 14th, Westbrook came through for the Los Angeles Lakers when they needed him most, hitting a game-tying three-pointer with less than a second left in regulation time against the Toronto Raptors. Westbrook has had a difficult season, but with this crucial shot, he silenced many naysayers and critics. The Lakers didn't waste Russell Westbrook's game-winning three-pointer against the Raptors, as they won in overtime to stop a 3-game losing run. Number 6. Real Madrid versus Barcelona 4-0. The Catalonians are back, and 6 comes one of the biggest soccer matches of the year, silencing the Bernabeu while simultaneously rekindling the magic of El Clasico after a time of Real Madrid supremacy was some statement if Barcelona wanted to establish that their rebirth under Xavi was to be taken seriously. Sunday's spectacular victory over the league leaders, it appears that Xavi will only add to that legacy from behind the bench. On March 21st, goals from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Ronald Araujo, and Ferran Torres resulted in a convincing victory for the Catalans over the league leaders Real Madrid. The win clearly sent out the message that they're recently out of form, especially after their star player Lionel Messi left. We're back. Barcelona has made it clear that it is a force that should be feared, and will make a big title push for both the La Liga trophy and the Champions League honors. Number 5. Christian Eriksen's amazing comeback. And 5th, we have on the most wholesome moments of the month that left a smile in sports fans all over the world. We all know of Christian Eriksen and the unfortunate event that took place in Euros 2020. He suffered a cardiac arrest mid-game, and thus had to quit football for a while. No one knew if he would come back. In a game on March 27th for his home country against Finland, he demonstrated that fairy tales might come true. Eriksen has continued his incredible recovery in the beautiful game by scoring 2 minutes into his Denmark homecoming, nearly 300 days after that awful afternoon in Copenhagen. Despite the loss, we all were smiling at his goal contribution, which was a peach, a shot that nestled into the top corner. An amazing wholesome moment to which the whole world, even the rival team, applauded. Number 4. Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant Durant's back-to-back 50-plus point games. In fourth place is a record that might never be broken, such as its absurdity. On March 16th, Kyrie Irving had one of the finest offensive performances in recent memory. Kyrie Irving scored 60 points to help the Brooklyn Nets win their game against the Orlando Magic. Irving put on a genuinely magnificent performance, one that allowed him and his teammate Kevin Durant to make NBA history. However, that is not the best part of the story, folks. His star teammate Kevin Durant scored 53 points in a Saturday game on March 13th against the New York Knicks, 3 days before Kyrie scored 60 points against the Magic. Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are the first teammates in NBA history to hit 50 points in back-to-back games. Number 3. The return of Tom Brady. In the third, we have the return of a legend. Tom Brady's retirement just lasted 40 days. Brady announced on March 14th that he would return to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for his 23rd NFL season. On Twitter and Instagram, the 7-time Super Bowl champion revealed his decision, stating that he has unfinished business. Brady made the news on the same day that soccer star Cristiano Ronaldo asked him, "You're finished, right?" in a video on his Instagram stories. Brady's response was not audible, but the look on his face suggested he hadn't given up on retirement yet. And some days later, he made the announcement. He went back on his word fairly quickly. Maybe the soccer legend Ronaldo had something to do with it. I mean, we aren't complaining. Let's hope the NFL legend gets his 8th ring. Now that would be some story. Number 2, Karim Benzema's crazy hat trick against Paris Saint-Germain. And second, we have one of the best performances in the Champions League in recent times. Karim Benzema, the 16-minute hat-trick hero. Real Madrid has made an incredible comeback, but what a surrender by PSG. They are eliminated from the Champions League for the second time. Madrid had been grateful to be joining Kylian Mbappe, who they hoped one day share these nights with them, when Gianluigi Donnarumma's blunder excitement attached to them. Karim Benzema's name will never be forgotten in Paris, that's for sure. Number 1. North Macedonia upset Italy in World Cup qualifiers. Coming in first is the biggest upset of the month. Italy, despite winning the Euros last year and one of the favorites to win this year's World Cup, still manages to choke the win against North Macedonia. After being startled by a stoppage time winner from North Macedonia in the playoff quarterfinal in Palermo, Italy will miss the World Cup for the second consecutive tournaments. This defeat left the internet buzzing, as the underdogs have knocked out the favorites. And they deserved it too, after a spectacular defensive performance of North Macedonia, which included an excess of 30 shots successfully defended. Alexander Trzaskowski, a former Palermo player, scored the game's sole goal in the second minute of added time, handing Italy its first defeat in 60 home World Cup qualifiers. That is a wrap, folks. I hope you enjoyed these March sports moments, and leave a like if you liked the video. Do hit the subscribe button to receive similar content. A lot of research and work went into this video, so a sub would mean the world to us. And lastly, do not forget to hit the bell icon so you can receive instant notifications for any future videos on the channel. Adios!